Och nästa tisdag klockan 9 kommer andra programmet i den här serien. Nu är det dags för Nisse och Klara igen. Klara, hon har en överraskning till Nisse, en riktig trollerihatt. Nu ska de trolla tillsammans, men Nisse vill inte trolla.
Gäster i 3/4 som Maria Borelius och Hasse Aro om en halvtimme ska presentera för oss möter vi bland andra Robert Aschberg, omtalad programledare. De svarta barnen i Sydafrika utsätts ideligen för övergrepp från polis och militär. Men det märkliga är att de inte ger upp hoppet utan fortsätter sin kamp för frihet och demokrati. Och det ni nu ska få se är en film där de sydafrikanska barnen själva kommer till tals.
Sydafrika är våldets land. Ett land där 8000 svarta barn kastats i fängelse eller försvunnit under de senaste 2 åren.
Where are the children fighting for?
They're fighting for freedom.
Do you know what freedom is?
Yes.
Can you tell me?
Yes, it's peace.
Ett land där de svarta barnen kämpar sida vid sida med sina föräldrar mot den vita regeringens apartheidlagar.
Well, I'm sorry for the airport because they're still young and everything, and now their lives is not nice and it's damaged.
The children of my age know how to fight, and they hear they hear guns that's going off, and we don't even hear one.
7:02 land weather, hot with blue skies today. Highs around 27 in Johannesburg and Soweto, 30 in Pretoria. A slight chance of showers later on. Right now, 24 degrees.
My name is John Burks. This is Talk Radio 3310702. Nicolette, you're talking live on the radio. Good morning. How old are you?
I'm 12.
And where do you live?
I live in Johannesburg at 146 Langham Drive.
Do you think it's an exciting city to live in?
Yes?
Oh, what makes it so exciting, do you think?
The atmosphere.
The atmosphere. All the people and the traffic and the buildings and the hustle and the bustle, right?
Yes.
And you enjoy that. But there's some things that you do not enjoy, and that's why you called me this morning.
And the transport for animals.
What is wrong with the way they transport animals?
They put them in small boxes or cages and they can hardly breathe.
Oh, is there anything else you would like to do, Nicolette, that you see around you in South Africa that you're not so happy about?
The way they're treating the black people.
Oh, you don't like that?
No.
Okay. What would you do if you were in the government to make it better for black people?
I would help them in like schools and help the people to get enough money for food and clothing.
Oh, you sound a very nice little girl with a kind heart. God bless you, my dear. Bye-bye, Nicolette.
Bye-bye.
Sun City, so much more to do where the entertainment world is waiting.
Do you think black children have a different life of yours?
Yes, I think so.
Can you tell me something about the differences?
Well, I don't think they have all the sports that we have at our school, and most of their homes don't have swimming pools. And I don't think they sleep on soft beds like we do.
Have you ever been in a place where black people live, township? How come do you think that whites know so little about what's happening in black people's lives?
Well, it's because of the apartheid. We don't get to mix with any white students. I mean, we are kept apart. Like you find so-called blacks on this side of the world and the others like on the other end. They completely away from each other.
Om du föddes svart i Sydafrika har du inte rätt att bo var du vill. De svarta måste leva i särskilda områden, långt bort från de vita städer. Där är husen små och dåligt byggda. Där är det ont om bostäder och ofta måste flera familjer trängas i samma skjul. När det är läggdags flyttar man möblerna. Varje millimeter behövs för att sova på.
We're talking with young people this morning on my talk show. You can imagine that you're the president and you can make any changes you would like to make. And we'd appreciate if you would talk up as loudly as you can. Good morning, Shane.
Hello.
Now, if you could just imagine that, Shane, you are the prez, and you can make all the changes in the world to make South Africa a better place. What changes would you make?
If I could, I'd like to have equal rights example that blacks also have work and school and that, and a proper education.
Okay, so you'd like to see black children going to white schools?
No.
Do you go to a school where there are black children?
No.
Would you like to have black children at your school?
If they're decent.
If they're decent?
Yes.
And what happens if some white children aren't so decent? What then?
I don't know.
Do you know white children?
White?
Yes, do you know white children?
I don't know because I don't know them. Even them, they don't want to know us because they think we're just things and we're not living people.
Why is it like that?
Maybe their parents told them that blacks are not living things, they're just creatures which are just living around.
Can you imagine one day that you are living together with white and black people?
I don't imagine.
Why not?
Because what they did to us, if we get, maybe, if we win our land, and then they say blacks may not live in white districts, I won't let any white live near me.
Why?
Because they don't like us. If someone don't like you, you don't have to like him too.
So, if you were the president of this country, what would you do?
I'll kick off the whites out of our country. And then this must be an only blacks country.
Do you think it's going to happen once that you have been in the struggle?
I think it will.
Om du föddes svart i Sydafrika har du nästan inga rättigheter. Du har inte ens rätt att gå i den skola du vill gå i. Svarta barn måste gå i svarta skolor där undervisningen är urusel. Den vita regeringen använder 6 gånger mer pengar till de vita barnens utbildning än till de svartas. Men nu vägrar de svarta barnen att finna sig i det längre.
You see, the government is trying to keep, as I said, keep the whites in charge. So they'll be giving them better education so that they can come out and turn out to be bosses. In other words, like where we wouldn't have enough skills or something to like really become something, or like, you know, if I want to become a owner of a factory or something, it will only happen if I have enough money or something like that. So I mean, I can't do any other way. I can't like use my skills or anything, because in that way the white students or whoever has passed are much further than me.
Hello, you can play that you are the president of all the citizens of 702 land this morning, okay?
Yes.
Right, what changes would you make if you could make any, Nolan?
Well, I would would like to change the population of the blacks in South Africa. I mean, like, there are a lot of blacks in South Africa, and usually at night you just see them walking around and they're looking for trouble.
Oh, what would you ideally like them to be doing?
Well, I would like them to be working or to be doing something, not to be walking around and just doing nothing, because they must be of use.
Oh, they must be of use.
Yes.
So you would then make it a law that black people are not allowed to walk around at night. Is that right?
And not a law. They can walk around, but they must go somewhere. They mustn't stay, and they're just looking for trouble.
Oh. And are the black people the only people who are bad in this country?
No, I'm not saying that the black people are the only ones, but they are the most. It's the most population.
Om du föddes vit i Sydafrika vet du nästan inget om de svarta barnens liv. De flesta vita föräldrar lär sina barn att de svarta är till för att arbeta för de vita. Vita barn har ingen aning om vad som händer i de svartas område. Där vägrar de svarta att gå i skolan som en protest mot apartheid. De kämpar för rätten att rösta, för bättre skolor och bättre jobb. För regeringen är skolbojkotten ett hot mot apartheidsystemet som gör de vita till herrar och de svarta till tjänare. Därför möter de skolungdomens protester med hänsynslöst våld. Trots protesterna har nästan inget förbättrats och bitterheten växer bland den svarta skolungdomen. De vill inte lyssna på någon längre. Hundratals svarta barn har blivit skjutna och tusentals har misshandlats och kastats i fängelse. Och många har tvingats tillbaka till skolorna av polisen och soldaterna.
The boys the army like to come at the high school and have a guard and going around and with the guns. And then in the morning, the children said to the principal, no, we are not going to learn because the boys are here, and we are not free because we are afraid of what they are carrying. And the principal said, okay, going to tell them that you must go away so that you can go into the class. He said, yes. There comes the takers. They've got cars, hippos. There comes the Melo Yellow. And then the children scream that here's the mirror, they're going to shoot them. They get into the classes and they lock the doors. And the takers come and spray takers into the classes. In each window there was one police and carrying a gun that nobody must get out until they are all unconscious with the checkers, and they put in the spray checkers and spray inside the classroom, and the children were all in the classrooms. Others go up in the ceiling and they fell down with the ceiling, so they tried to get out and they were hitting them that they must go back to the classroom so that the checkers can affect them.
Can you tell me why it's the children that seem to be in the front line of the struggle for better education?
Yeah, because the generation that is now is mostly the children, and the parents before us haven't really, how can I say, they haven't taken this issue as far as we have. We are now actually realizing it at a much greater level, and we are doing something about it. We're not sitting still. And the parents, they've how can I say, their time in school it's over now. There's not much that they can do in schools now. So we're taking it upon ourselves to go ahead with this.
Do you think you've achieved anything so far?
Well, it's just started. I mean, it's hard to say. At the moment, I don't think there's been, but it can't happen overnight. It will take some time.
How do your parents feel about you taking the lead in that particular area?
Well, my parents, they for it. They want to see me grow up, at least to be something, or see me live in a nice place, in harmony with everybody else. Not like separated from everybody.
We were outside having our lunch, and then they thought that we were boycotting classes, and then they took us into the case bus and took us to the prison. And after that, about some minutes, the sheriff arrived at the jail. They said we must sign some statements and they must take us fingerprints, things like that. Well, we took fingerprints, and then about the statement we refused because we don't like betraying people. And they said after some 2 hours they took us back. I mean, during the time we were in the prison, they kicked us, beat us. They wanted us to tell the truth, and they wanted us to tell what we did. But we told them nothing. Just told them that we were having our lunch. They released us, went back to school.
And were children injured during this action?
They were injured, but not bad. No, not critical. They were just fine, bleeding only.
Did your father and mother know about it? Did you tell them about it?
I told them nothing.
Under de senaste 2 åren har 8000 barn försvunnit sedan de hämtats i förhör av polisen eller militären. Föräldrarna är förtvivlade eftersom polisen ofta inte vill tala om varför deras barn gripits eller var de hålls fängslade.
In prison we don't eat nice food and we sleep so early, and if we sleep we dream not nice, and we sleep with the blankets not nice, and we sleep if we sleep he's come a skeleton ghost. She's asked someone is kick us and hit us, and because in the night the cop and teens is rush in the cell and says get out because I'm gonna kill you, get out. We don't know what to say.
How many children were in your cell?
So we are 36.
36. And how long have you been in prison altogether, Stanley?
Me, I have to stay 1 week, 5 days. 1 month, 5 days.
And me.
And you?
Yes.
Both the same?
Yes.
Nelson, have you been taken away for interrogation?
Yes.
And how did it go?
Interrogation.
Yeah, bebakubuzana.
Bebasibuza imibuzo, basibuza ukuthi siyawazi ama-comrade amakhulu. Bese siphendule thina sithi asiwazi. Bese basishaya. Basibuze ngoMos, noKid, noGaddafi, noCuli. Sithi thina asibazi bese basishaya. Masiqeda ukushaya singasho ukuthi siyabazi thina. Bese basishaya basiqeda bese basibuyisela le eSun City.
När man ser alla människorna på gatorna i städerna tror man nästan att svarta och vita lever tillsammans som jämlika. Men så är det inte. De svarta får bara komma in i städerna när de vita behöver deras arbete. Finns det inget arbete har de vita ingen användning för dem och då får de lämna städerna. Och har man inget arbete får man inga pengar. De här kvinnorna får stanna för de har ett jobb. De tar hand om de vitas barn. Men för att kunna göra det har de varit tvungna att lämna sina egna barn i de svarta områdena långt, långt borta. Ibland kommer svarta barn in till städerna på helgerna för att tjäna lite pengar. De här flickorna dansar för att få ihop till skolböcker och kläder.
How does it feel to be white in South Africa?
I'm happy to be white because I've got a lovely house. But I'm also sad for them because they've also got the right to live in an area like this, go to a school like mine, go to public swimming pools, parks, wherever, except they like pushed into their own little area. And people say, well, we can't live in their area. Well, how many people do you know who would like to live in Soweto? You know, it's like that. And until it's changed, until the Group Areas Act allowing people to come live here in my area and us to live there, until that's changed, nothing is ever going to come right.
Sydafrika är ett delat land där en lag bestämmer var man får bo. Den lagen kallas gruppområdeslagen och den ger alla de rika och bördiga områdena till de vita. Resten får de svarta och färgade dela på och de är 6 gånger fler än de vita. Varje morgon lämnar miljoner människor de svarta områdena för att arbeta i de vitas städer. De svarta barnen har redan lagt sig när deras föräldrar kommer hem fram emot natten. De träffar bara sina pappor och mammor på söndagarna. Föräldrar och barn som protesterar mot apartheid kastas i fängelse.
Samuel, how did you feel during these days?
He was thinking of his parents.
And Nelson?
Nelson wena bukhumbula ekhaya urubunzana. He was also thinking of his parents and his friends.
And what did you think?
Bucabangani.
Ekhaya ukuthi lempilo siphila le Johannesburg prison bengamnanda.
He was thinking that the life which he was living in prison is not the same as the life at home.
Did his mother visit you? Did your mother visit you?
Umama wakhe wazokuvakashela.
Yeah, but on last week.
Did she know where you was when you were taken away?
No, he knew after 4 weeks.
And have you got still friends in prison now?
Yes, there are many.
Do you think, Patrick, that the fighting of the children can be stopped?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Never. It is never stopped.
Looking up, punch your right hand. Right. I'm going to call for this. Have to take it right. Look! Punch! Okay, there. Look! Punch! Look! Punch! Run! Hey, man, come down in the chair there. Let's go. One chair for the room.
They feel very strongly about what they're fighting for. And there are a lot of things that they're fighting for example, like the education. And they aren't going to stop fighting until it's changed. They won't stop fighting until it's changed, until the government changes.
So how do you feel about the change that's coming?
I think once we get the Group Areas Act scrapped, it will be a much better place to live in. we'll know more about each other, we'll appreciate things more. It's just a much better place.
And until the change comes?
We just have to wait. Because it will come, eventually. There'll probably be a lot of fight and violence before it comes. But we'll wait.
Does that worry you sometimes to think about that?
Yeah, but if you think about what will happen afterwards, if it's a positive result, then it's like exciting because we're living in history now. It's going to be exciting later on.
And what is it that you worry about?
There's going to be so much killing and violence during the revolution because it's building up and things are becoming intenser and tenser. And it's going to explode soon. And the sooner it explodes, the sooner it'll be over. And then the sooner things will be okay.
Det här är Joseph Sitoles grav. Han var 12 år när han mördades av den sydafrikanska polisen den 5 mars 1986. Och han var inte ensam. Samma dag dödades Bongana Madelone, 13 år, Wilson Molepo, 15 år och många andra svarta barn. De ligger begravda på kyrkogården i den svarta stadsdelen Alexandra. För de vita barnen är våldet något de har framför sig. De svarta barnen har levt med det länge.
If you think of yourself in more years of the struggle, do you think children are afraid? Are you afraid of getting shot?
Everybody will be afraid of getting shot, but I feel that if getting shot or getting killed will change this country, then I'm willing to.
How do parents feel about that? Do they?
I'm sure most of the parents will not agree with that. Because like the children, they want to see their children live on, grow up in front of them and things like that. But deep inside of the parents' hearts, I think they do agree. Feel even they think that they would, if it amounts to that they would also die for the change in this country.
Do you think the struggle is going to take a long time?
Well, government isn't making it very easy. They are fighting back to keep control of the country. So, it's difficult to say. I can't, say maybe over a year or so we'll have freedom. It all depends. I can't say.
What would you like to see for the future?
Well, I'd like to see that everybody is living together. There is no apartheid, no racism, no unemployment in the country, and things like that. And that we all have our own parliament. We vote for our own parliament. We have the vote as such. And the pass systems, and that should be completely destroyed. That's that should actually be destroyed. And that's about, otherwise I'd like a peaceful country.
Njengoko ndilayita eli khandlela bantwana bam ndikhumbule utata wenu obanjwe kulonyaka kuphela ngo-1986.
Njengokuba umama elayita eli khandlela ndikhumbula utata ngendawo akuyo ndithi makonqabe side siyifumane inkululeko.
Njengoko umama elayita eli khandlela ndicela utata abuye njengoko akhululeke laa ndawo akuyo.